All right, I'm here at River City Wrestling Con with the original bro, Matt Riddle.
I'm actually the king of bros now. Original bro was my federal name.
Excuse me, Vince. Don't sue me. Don't
Yeah.
shit in my hair,
Yeah.
please.
You know. Yeah,
You know.
I do.
Anyway,
I worked there. No, I'm kidding. I didn't see
he's
any
never
of
shit in
that.
your hair, has he?
Never.
Okay, cool.
That I know of.
All right, well, you know what? All right, we're gonna take that.
Keep going.
This is off the fucking rails already. So, Matt, when would you say? Obviously, we know you had a career in the UFC and MMA before
Yeah.
WWE, before Evolve. When would you say you got the wrestling bug?
Well, growing up as a kid, I had the wrestling bug, wanted to wrestle, but as I got older, my mom wouldn't let me go to a pro wrestling school, and I didn't feel like I was big enough or had the size to be a professional wrestler. So I started doing amateur wrestling, and then I got into mixed martial arts and et cetera, like you were talking about. I felt like I got the wrestling bug when near the end of my MMA career, when the network came out for $9.99. And I mentioned that because that $9.99 price point made it possible for somebody like me that fought in the UFC to actually be able to afford the pay-per-views
Right.
and all the content. Because I couldn't before. A $50 pay-per-view every
Yeah.
month, can't afford it, you
Right.
know? So with that, I was able to watch all the WWE I wanted, watch the Legends of Wrestling, all those things. And I was like, and then I also felt like the business has changed from when I was watching it in the late 90s, early 2000s,
Right.
compared to 2014, 15.
Right.
And I feel like the guys were a little smaller, a little more athletic, could do a little more tricks, and were using more of a shoot kind of style,
Right.
like Daniel Bryan and etc. So I felt like that's when I got the wrestling bug, and I was like, I can do this, and I can probably do this better than most of the people doing it here.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's when I just went full on.
So if you had to, if you have somebody, a newcomer comes in here right now, and I'm like, I want to show them a Matt Riddle match, which match would you send them towards? It doesn't have to be WWE.
Yeah, I got a bunch that aren't WWE that are tight. I would say, I mean, it depends on what you want to show them. I have one from OTT against Will Ospreay. I have one from OTT against Speedball, Mike Bailey. That's very impressive. Over going the NXT route, I would say if you look at the one with Adam Cole,
Yep.
you know, or maybe the Fight Pit with Timothy Thatcher.
Yep, that was what I was gonna say.
Or maybe even Clash at the Castle last time when I wrestled Seth Rollins, you know?
Yeah.
That was a good one too. I mean Roman. I mean, I got quite a few. I
Yeah,
mean,
you can't go wrong with that.
If you look up my name, you're gonna. I don't have too many bad matches, so good thing I got good opponents. But
You know,
I'm
I'm
saying you won't find one. There's a couple. I'm not gonna name them. though.
Well, you know, I'm glad you brought up a bad match because I'm never going to interview him. So
Yeah.
fuck it. What's the situation with Goldberg these days,
I don't
buddy,
know, man.
pal?
I know.
Pal.
I'm
He's still not your bro,
He's
is he?
not my bro. We're better. I mean, it's Bill. You
Yeah.
know, if you know Bill, and I don't know him that well, but I know him. I call him Willie G. And if you don't know Willie G that well, you wouldn't get it. But I think we're good. But if he sees this or somebody else says something to him, he'll probably be pissed and like want to hit me again. I don't know. My thing is, I just want to wrestle. You know, I want
Yes.
to put it to rest. The
Yeah.
king of bros against Willie G, Billy Goldberg.
That would be
you know,
that would be it.
It would be it. And I think I can do something that others haven't been able to do, and I think it'll be really good.
Yeah, and we
I'm not getting. I don't want to get into too much details,
Yeah.
nitty gritty, but I'm very talented, and I think with what I can do and what he's capable of, I can make something really special where people would be like, "Oh man!" Like people would sink their
Right.
teeth into it.
and I agree with that. It's all just a
Just
joke,
like
Bill.
when me and Seth Rollins had our little thing, and I was like,
Right.
we had our beef, but wasn't really a beef, and I told him to say some shit that would make most people go crazy.
Yeah.
But then it made everybody else think it's crazy.
That's
you
it.
know? So
Make that money. Make
that's
that
it.
money. Obviously, we're kidding. Bill Goldberg's a great sports entertainer.
sports entertainer.
I think a match with you guys would be the shit.
The lasso.
So anyway, there's been a controversy here recently with some videos coming out of like fans busting Rhea Ripley's balls, busting Ray's balls. What do you feel and what do you think? What's your opinion on fans at the airport?
I don't care. I really don't care about it. I look at it like this. Maybe this is a bad way. I look at if you show up at the airport at 6 o'clock in the morning and showed up, I barely make it to the airport. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I get paid to. So for me, I'm not saying bother me, be polite and everything like
Absolutely,
that.
right.
But I respect it, I guess. I respect the grind.
Yeah.
I respect showing up at an airport, waiting in the lobby because these are I hate being at the airport.
Right,
So,
right. And people are choosing to be
they're
there.
choosing to be there just to see me
Right.
with this person. So, yes, but to be fair, when you're a RIA, especially with women, it's not as fair. It's not as comfortable.
Right.
I'm 6'2", 220 pounds, and I fought in the UFC,
Right.
And I can handle myself. Not everybody, not saying Rhea can't. Mommy's strong, But at the same time, it's more of a comfort thing.
Absolutely.
And me, I'm just very comfortable with myself and everything, and I'm just like, whatever, dude. Like,
Yeah, I mean,
I'll
a personal
sign
story. I've seen you walk through the airport. I've been in airport, Mark.
Yeah.
I've seen you walk through the airport, title around your neck. I don't give a fuck.
I don't.
Most
I don't.
people want to pull their
Well,
hats down and
well, it's a weird thing. I remember one of the first times I went through the airport and I had a title around my neck, and I was supposed to meet Chuck Taylor. I don't know.
Right, yeah.
I was supposed to meet Chuck Taylor. And I couldn't find him. He was on my flight. Still couldn't find him. And then I go get my luggage, which is my merch bag. And I'm still looking for him. And he comes up behind me, sunglasses, hat down.
Yeah.
And he's like, "You're embarrassing. Like, I can't believe you're wearing that shit like that." And I was like, "What?" He's like, "I don't want to be seen with you."
Now, does it affect you? I know you've said you don't care. Does it affect you if, say I come up to you, I want a picture, I want an autograph, and then he comes up to you and he's got a stack of 8x10s about that big. Is that going to change how you feel about it?
Yes, it does. I'm not going to sign your whole stack.
Right.
Usually I'll be like, hey, I'm pretty generous. So I'll do like a page or something.
Right.
But at the same time, especially not being in WWE and now
That's how you pay your bills.
doing the signings. I mean, I still wrestle quite a bit, but the signings, they're really beneficial.
Right.
I never, I was at WWE, so I didn't really UFC when I was with them, didn't really do signings.
Right.
But now that I'm doing them, and you do make a lot of money.
Right.
There's a reason why people are so hesitant to be so willy-nilly with their signature. You
Right.
know? But I mean, I just don't like holding grudges. It is what it is. I don't think anybody means anything mean by it. This is my best opportunity to possibly meet somebody.
Right. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Me, would I do it? Probably not. But at the same time, it doesn't make it wrong,
That's fair. I think that's a pretty good outlook. Like you said,
But I will say this: if somebody says and makes it public, hey, I don't like this, don't do it.
respect it.
So like Rhea, if you don't like it, don't
Yep.
do it.
I agree. I agree.
I mean, Riddle said he doesn't care. Okay, when's he flying in?
Yeah, just don't show up with a stack of 8x10s like that.
And your kids can come, but don't use the kid to get me to sign.
Is
a
that
stack,
not the
because I'm just
creepiest?
too nice. I'm too nice, and I won't say no.
Yeah,
know?
that's tough. That's tough.
Yeah.
So I guess my last question would be: is what's next for the bro? I mean, are
What's
we going to
ne-
see you in AEW, WWE return?
Well, WWE return, you never know. AEW, you never know. Oh, right now I work a lot with New Japan and MLW. I've been in talks with TNA. I talk to everybody, to be
Right.
honest. But right now I'm just kind of focusing on myself. I just had a child in December,
Congratulations,
so I have
by
a
the way.
6-month-old son, plus 3 other kids. My twin girls are
Yeah.
14. And my son is 11. So I got quite the roster. So I'm kind of just focusing on that because for probably the last decade or longer, I've just been wrestling,
road, yeah.
training, even on the indies, like you said, Evolve and Rev Pro and Progress and
Yeah.
OTT and every other indie in between. And that's basically what I'm doing now. But now I get paid a little more. I get to do these, and I get a little more time with my
Kind
family.
of call your shot now.
Yeah. Some weeks I make less, some weeks I make more, but I make those decisions.
Right.
And I'm in a good position where if I wanted to work every day, I probably could.
Absolutely.
I'm choosing not to.
Absolutely. Well, thank you, Matt. We appreciate your time, brother. I hope
appreciate
you
you.
make that money, man. Make that money.
Hey, big fan, if you haven't liked or subscribed, you're going to be